Hey you guys, it's Sonia. So I just want to come on and tell you about my wash day and some other questions that came up since then. So yesterday was wash day. I hadn't washed my hair since my last retie, which was September 5th, so it was time. And because I really don't have a clarifying shampoo outside of good old Sulfur 8. Sulfur 8 always worked for me. I've always had an issue with dandruff since I was a little girl. My mom always used the Sulfur 8 shampoo plus the Sulfur 8 grease to control my dandruff. And so since I had not washed my hair in such a long time, and I do have issues with dandruff, I use Sulfur 8 as my clarifying shampoo and to help really clean my scalp and take care of that dandruff issue that I have. And then I follow that up with my Care conditioner, and this is specifically made for color treated hair. I did dye my hair, so I'm trying to take care of it, make sure it stays moisturized and conditioned. So, and this is a very light conditioner. It's not thick. It's watery. It's definitely a looser conditioner. And so when it goes on, it doesn't coat your hair. It's not thick. It's clear. And I put it all over my head, massaged it in real good. And this time I put a shower cap on and I let it sit for about 15 minutes before I rinse it out in the shower. And whenever I wash my hair in the shower, I always make sure to turn down the water pressure. I don't know if any of you guys remember to do that, but it's a really good thing to do because you don't want that hard water pressure on your hair, on your locks, especially if you have Sisterlocks. It could thin out your locks, and you don't want that. So always make sure, whatever locks you have, turn down that water pressure if you wash your hair in the shower. So after I did that, before I rinsed out the conditioner, I took pictures of my hair because I wanted to see my hair, the length while it was wet. And I had conditioner in my hair and I posted it to a lock group. And in my post, I explained that, I started out with Sisterlocks and I've since combined them because of COVID and not being able to get a retie in 4 months, and my locks started to thin out. So, and plus I wanted traditional locks anyway, but COVID pretty much sped up that. And I just went on ahead and combined. So I started getting a lot of questions about how I combined. If I had a grid, do I try to keep a grid? Yada, yada, yada. So I just wanted to kind of give that spiel for those who may be new to my channel, for those who may be thinking about combining their Sisterlocks. It's really easy to do. You just have to figure out, do you want a 2-strand twist look or do you want plaits? I tried both. I just experimented. I took a couple of locks and, I would take 3 or 4 locks, sometimes 5, to see if I even liked that size, if that was the size I wanted. And then I plaited and I did 2-strand twists to see which one I liked the most. I know some choose plaits because, they want to maintain length and, plaits stretch out your hair. And while that's true, I didn't like the look of plaits. Plaits wasn't for me. So I decided to do 2-strand twists and I like the look. And even though, my hair did shrink up or look shorter in the beginning, my hair did grow and my locks matured and they've fallen and they're showing length. Plus my hair is growing. And again, I combined my locks back in April. It's October now, so I have a lot of growth in between those times. And I'm trying to let my hair grow out a little bit more before I combine again. So I will be combining again until I get the lock size that I want, which is pretty much the size of a pencil. Let's see, what else did I want to share? Yeah, I would say just consider how you want to combine your locks. If you're thinking about combining your sister locks, or if you just have micro locks or whatever and you want to combine, do you want 2-strand twists, or do you want to plait and just experiment? Think about the size you want. And if you're going to self-maintain, make sure you do what you can handle. I want bigger locks for that reason, because I want to be able to handle my hair, to do my reties and not feel so overwhelmed. Having almost 400 sister locks was very overwhelming, and the thought of doing my own retie was extremely overwhelming. I'm not built for that, and I know this about me. So not only do I want traditional locks or the look of traditional locks, I know that bigger locks will be easier for me to handle and to self-maintain. And I don't want to interlock anymore. I'm going to twist. And right now I still have about 177, give or take, locks, which is still to me too many. So when I do combine, I'm hoping to get down to 70 or 80, if not less. So that's my goal. So I'm not done. This is not it. My family tells me they like my hair this way. They like the size, but they're not the ones twisting my hair either. They're not the ones helping me retie my hair. My sister-in-law, she will be, but the rest of them, no. So I'm trying to do what would be easier for me and easier for my sister-in-law too, because if she doesn't feel like helping me, or I want to get to the point where I don't have to depend on her and I could just do it myself. So those are things to think about. Those are things that you should really consider, especially if you're going to self-retie. Make sure that you're able to handle it. Whether if you're going to interlock, palm roll, twist, whatever it is you decide to do, make sure it's something that you're comfortable with. And if you're going to self-retie, you can handle with no problem. So that's it. That's my advice. And I hope this helps anyone thinking about combining their sister locks or combining any locks. I hope everybody's doing all right. Take care. Take care of each other. Take care of your family. Stay healthy. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey to all my subscribers, new and old. I appreciate you. Bye-bye. One more thing. People ask me about, the grid after combining, and if I try to keep a grid. And I also got suggestions on how you could keep a grid. And it was not so much for me, but it was for like other people who chimed into the comments and said that they were also thinking about combining their locks. If you want to try to keep a semblance of a grid, there's definitely ways to do that. I did not try to keep a grid. I don't care about a grid. But when my sister-in-law helped me combine my locks, what she did do was she made sure that, every section of my hair had neat parts. So I appreciate her for doing that, because it did make my locks look good. When she did my retie, and all she did, it was like she combined my locks by 2-strand twisting, and she twisted my hair, which basically gave me my retie at the same time. Now, mind you, this was back in April. So, and the way she did it, like I said, she made sure that each section was parted neatly, and everything was just neat and uniform. And, it had, and she did it in sections. So that was how she did it, which was fine by me. But there were some really good suggestions in the comments of how you could still keep a quote unquote grid if that's what you're into, if that's what you want. by just combining, you know, so many sister locks in one square, you know, throughout your head. So if that's what you're into, if that's what you want, there's definitely a way to do it. If you're not into that, I mean, just knock yourself out and go ahead and combine your locks. But just so you know, there is a way to do it. I never cared about a grid because my hair grows outside the grid anyway. My hair never maintained the grid, so it never bothered me either way to even have a grid. I didn't care. So that's all.